was 15 when I got hired, and this was, I believe, my third job at the time, but my first ever retail job. I've always only worked in the food industry. I've worked 3 jobs in the food industry, and personally, retail was so much better. Also, keep in mind, this is just what it was like at my location, so it might vary and be different from all the other locations. I'll also get into the whole hiring process because I know a lot of you guys are curious about that. Right off the bat, the employee discount was 20% and the friends and family was 15, which is honestly kind of shitty, but I also feel like their clothes are reasonably priced because the quality is actually so good. I know people are going to argue with me on that, but honestly, my clothes from Brandy has lasted me years, and I still have a bunch of clothes from there and I still shop there. They just have such great basics. Like, I'm literally wearing Brandy right now. I'm not gonna lie, working at Brandy is probably one of the easiest jobs you could have, especially if you're just a regular sales. Like, you're literally folding clothes for the majority of your shift. I also feel like the hours were really reasonable, at least at my location. You either opened or closed. Open was 9 to 4 p.m. and then close was, I think, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. This again may vary from locations. One thing I hated though was that they literally would not let you call in sick no matter how sick you were, unless you had a doctor's note. And like, who was gonna go get a doctor's note if you were just sick? Also, doctor's notes aren't free. They're like $50 if you want to get one. If you didn't show up to your shift, they would literally write you up for being sick. Also, they were so particular with their folding, especially if you were on the visuals team. So being on the visuals team means that you're constantly moving stuff around in the store. Also, like, color coordinating everything. And we were the ones doing the tables and the walls. Usually once a week, we would stay after closing hours and redo the whole entire store. And there were times where people stayed until like 4 a.m. And sometimes they would literally sleep there. Side note, I literally went into retail because I didn't want to be working late, but I literally ended up working even later than I did in the food industry.